All right, we just concluded Spooktober, and I, in that process, just finished Choo-Choo Charles, a game that came out a couple years ago. It was a solo dev made this from a company called 2 Star Games. It's a short, kind of rough around the edges gem with a wild premise that actually worked pretty well. It's kind of like Thomas the Tank Engine, but like on spider legs and a demon train that's trying to kill you and stuff. So I just finished that game, but obviously it doesn't make sense to like review a game that's like 3 years old fully on this podcast. So I'm tying this in a little bit.
Why are we here?
Actually, to talk about the second game, the follow-up to, no, it's not the follow-up actually. It's the second game
sequel
to okay, let me finish my prologue here.
Sorry.
So the second game to that the Choo-Choo Charles developer created, he's created a new game called Cuff Bust, which I was really, really excited about. And despite the big excitement, it's not hitting the same way. I have not actually played this game, but I've watched lots of videos, and it's very different. So in this video, I want to talk about how 2 Star Games built this massive cult following with Choo-Choo Charles and built a game that's still very positive on Steam, and then brings out Cuff Bust that is now sitting at a mixed review score on Steam. Yes, it is busted. So going back to Choo-Choo Charles, this is an open world horror where you fight a monstrous spider train while you upgrade your own train. So you get introduced into this like story where you meet this guy named Eugene who can't talk. He just has voices, but his mouths don't move because I guess budget cuts or whatever. And so in this process, you meet him and he's like, hey, you got to help me take this train down. And this train starts coming after you and starts attacking you. And the only way you can fight against him is your own train that you can level up and upgrade to fight back. So on the back of your train that you have, your little caboose thingy or whatever, you have a gun. So you can use that gun to shoot at Choo-Choo Charles as the train is automatically moving down the track. And then on the front of it, you can make it go forward, back, or park it. And then over time, you get to upgrade your train as you collect gear parts around the map. So you'll see these big giant yellow boxes on the side of the road. You stop, you go grab them, and you have parts.
Which happened very fast.
Very, very fast, yes. So there was a lot of upgrading you can do. And you have this bit, what I didn't expect was it's a big, massive open world. Pretty good sized map, actually, for the 2 hours and 45 minutes that I played to completion. Very good sized world. And you just start on the train tracks and start running around. And on the map, you see all the quests available to you right off the bat.
Yeah.
So you don't have to discover anything or whatever. It's just like, here's a bunch of icons. Go figure out where you want to go first. And as you do that, you learn a little bit more about the story and like what these people on this island are doing. And there's like a big bad. And there's also the train. And there's all this other stuff that occurs. But at the end of the day, you just want to level up your character. You want to take down Charles because he's coming at you. And the first time you try to kill him, you can't kill him. And then he runs away. So you want to get strong enough to where you can definitely take him down and kill him. And that's your ultimate goal. So it's nice that it's like, you know, for busy gamers like us, you know, it's a one night game. You can jump into it, play it for 3 hours and finish it. So it's very approachable for that. Very rough around the edges. Has a lot of like broken systems and some rough UI areas and whatnot. But generally speaking, it was still like appealing enough to where I was like, oh, this is there's some
solid.
It's solid, yeah. It's
how
solid.
How much you pay for it?
Oh gosh, how much was it?
I don't think it was much, was it?
No, I don't think it was. Let's see here. I should have that saved, but I do not have it saved.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stop.
I know. Wow, thanks a lot. You messed me up. Right now, it's $3.
Yeah,
it's 85% off.
For a fucking $3 game,
$1 an hour, basically.
I was enjoying watching you play, and I was very intrigued, especially how like the story was. I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
December 9th, 2022 was when it first came out. So it's been it's a 3-year-old game.
They have Choo-Choo Survivor.
Originally it was $20. But so recently too, they also have a mode where as you beat the game, or if you want it, one of the things that apparently people had complaints about early on was that the game was not scary enough.
Yeah.
So there is a like nightmare mode you can play now where it makes everything really dark and the enemies are a lot harder to fight. So like you have that option if you want like the super scary. But I don't like scary games, so I was like, I'm going to play normal mode and just stick with that. And I was happy with that.
It was supposed to be spooky season.
It already was spooky.
Did it make it harder?
Huh?
It did make it harder?
It did make it harder, yeah.
Oh.
You can play nightmare mode, yeah.
Was it too easy, though?
It was still challenging.
Yeah.
I died a couple times and stuff, so it wasn't like
Scary die? Like he ate you alive?
Yeah, he killed me one time. It was more like the other enemies. So there's like these cultists that run around the map also that are like trying to...
They want that booty.
Raise the dead, or I don't know, do some crazy ritual thing.
They worship Choo-Choo.
They might worship Choo-Choo, but they were guarding these eggs. Yeah. So they're guarding these eggs that like if you get all
Charles
the
eggs.
Yeah.
But the big thing about it, you couldn't do anything to those enemies, right? You couldn't like fight them, you couldn't like shoot them, you didn't have like a gun. Only gun was on your train.
Well, so that's what I eventually learned as time went on, was that they would chase me like all the way across the map.
There he is.
So I would get them to chase me to my train, and I jump on my train and shoot the heck out of them, and it was great. So I eventually learned, you know.
I got to learn about this game because I feel like this idea came about because in Skyrim you could have the dragons be Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, really?
And he would fly around and make the noises. That was a mod, yeah. So maybe at some point it became like a scary mod, and then maybe they did that. I don't know.
I don't know where the guy's idea originally came from. So the creator of this, his name is Gavin Eisenbeis or something like that, and solo developer, and he released this game, did really, really well. And then as he was working on Cuff Bus, he started doing a lot more like YouTube videos and stuff online to like kind of hype people up about the game. And it was kind of weird in how he did his videos, but it was interesting to kind of have like a behind the scenes look at like this developer as he's making this game come to life, right? But so with that, like looking at like this game was good. I enjoyed it, had a good time. 2 hours, 45 minutes. It was awesome. Definitely had some issues, but like I recommend this game to anybody. I think you should come in, play this game. If you want a fun little horror experience, I think it's a fun 3-hour game, and for $3, it's pretty awesome, you know? So I was excited about Cuff Bus when he announced that, because this reminded me of what did I hear a phrase the other day that I thought was really interesting. So these games that we're playing like Repo and
Content warning.
Peak and content warning.
Yeah.
It's a new genre they're calling friend slop, which I think is interesting, where it's like you get together with your friends and then you play it for a couple months and you just move on to something else, right? So that's what Cuff Bus was going to be.
Isn't that most games?
Yeah.
Well, I get what Brett's saying. I feel like, there has been a trend lately, and we've been on it a lot with like content warning, Peak. What's that other one you said? Lethal Company.
Repo, Lethal Company.
And I feel like Lethal Company really kicked it off.
Oh, definitely.
In my own opinion.
Yes, 1,000%.
But anyways.
So Cuff Bus came out, and I was excited for when they announced this at like, was this Game Awards also, or was this?
This was Game Awards.
Okay. Yeah. You were so excited.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer prison escape game, and it had these cute little like gummy bear looking gummy mouse creatures.
It's like Stitch, Lilo and Stitch creatures.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And it looked really cool. It looked really fun. It looked like it was going to have a lot of variety in like how you escape and how you like your goal is just to escape prison and beat up the guards on your way out. And there's like multiple ways to escape, apparently, like by helicopter, by boat. You can tunnel your way out of the place, whatever. Came out October 2025, and the reviews are bad. Like it's mixed reviews. And it's launched at $20, and people were like, I beat this game in like 30 minutes, and there was nothing else to do. And I was like, that's depressing.
They did lower the price to 10.
Yeah, so after it dropped for $20, a couple days later, they dropped it to 10, which pissed more people off because, wait, you just literally just dropped your price. But like, clearly they don't understand their game very well if they're going to like, literally can drop the price that easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, can just lower it down. So like, why not just drop it? I think it was just like, let's see what happens. I'm sure people pay this much money, and then really it's a $5 game at this point in time. But $10 made it a little bit better, but still pissed a lot of people off because they already bought it for $20. They already put 2 hours into it to try to find the fun in the game, and then they couldn't refund it, a couple days after it came out. So that was really frustrating. The other thing that people are upset about this game is that it's one map, and once you beat it, you kind of beat it. There isn't as much replayability as you expect there to be. It's very easy to grief the guards. Their AI is not very good. They're not very smart, so there's not like a lot of sneaking around. You're just like, you kind of just run past them and beat them up or whatever, and then get out. And then once you get out, like you've kind of done the thing, and then that's it. And there is a custom map option where people can make custom maps. But if you don't like the core game, what's the point of playing all the custom maps, right? Or what's the point of making custom maps for an audience of people that are probably going to die off in 2 months or whatever it is. So that's the really challenging part. So when I was seeing the reviews for this game, I really wanted to like get y'all into this and be like, let's play, and check it out. But I also don't want to do that if it's like universally being received negatively. Then it's like, well, I mean, Travis already complains enough about how we're like, hey, let's buy this game. We play it once and we move on, right?
Like Borderlands.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I still love Borderlands though. We should
it was fun while we played.
We need to get him back into it.
He needed to play more.
Yeah, we got to get him in. But this one just didn't have that staying power, So I started thinking about, as I was going through this and like debating on whether I play this game, it's like, what is it about these games of late that have really caught our attention, and why have they caught our attention? I think a lot of it comes down to the variety in the loop at the end of the day. It's like looking at games like Peak that we played a lot of time with. Like we had a blast with that one. Repo, still playing that game, still having a blast with that. We haven't played this yet, but I want to play it because it's doing really well online. RV there yet?
Yes.
Has a lot of like physics-based mechanics to it, but like what I've learned with all of these games is that you can never play the game the same way twice. Like you can get close, but like Peak is a good example. It's like it's procedurally generated map. So like every time you load into that biome, it's a different experience. It's different, whatever. Repo's the same way. Like you jump into a map and it's like you have different AI, you have different monsters you're fighting, you have different level design. All that stuff is always gonna be different. So you can then use the tools at your disposal to kind of create moments and experiences that aren't gonna be the same the next game, and the next game, and the next game.
Mm-hmm.
And this and it's also they're very quick, but like it's like another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. You just want to keep that roll going.
Yeah.
Peak not as much, because Peak is just like you're keep going through that one map. But it is fun. Like you get through those little micro moments of like, oh, I climbed that hill. Let's keep going. And that's really exciting. And this game, from what I understand, Cuff Bus does not have that. And supposedly Choo-Choo Charles had that. Like there was people that have gone back and played it over and over again to get that experience of try to get all the collectibles, or try a different way, like try different pathways to like unlock, and then see how like the variability changes and the complexity of the game. But this one just doesn't have that. It's really sad because it's like I was really hyped on this game.
Yeah, it has great potential, but do you think that's what it's missing? It's just like the random, because the friend element's there, right? I feel like that's what really helps these other games succeed.
Yeah.
But I also believe that it's the gameplay repetition,
Yeah.
Because there's going to be repetition the same way with Repo. There's constant repetition, but there's still that randomness as well, like with how the maps change and all that other stuff, and the creatures change as well. Do you think that's what they're missing out of this, instead of being? I mean, we haven't played the game. I don't know if it's constantly the same prison over and over again.
No, it is the same prison over and over.
That's
again.
fucking ridiculous.
That's the thing. It's like it's one map, and the map is the exact same layout. It doesn't change, doesn't modify. So once you've broken out 3 times, like you've done the things. Kind of like
burnt out. You know what to do. You know how to run through it. You know what to grab.
You would think it'd be procedurally generated.
You would think,
and you would have difficulties,
different maps of some sort.
Yeah, like
I know you were saying, like before we started streaming, like have a chance to play as the guards, chasing down. That would probably be intriguing.
Yeah,
but I think it's a little too late to do all that. I mean, it's an interesting.
It's not too late, but for what you're paying for, you can get a lot these days for very little, especially on Steam. And I think he just killed his career. I mean, he might be able to come back, but it's going to take a lot.
Yeah, I mean, right now the game it does have destructible environments. You can break through walls and stuff like that, which is cool. You can check the camera to locate guards. You can hijack the intercom, communicate with teammates, destroy air defenses. There is proximity chat. There is a map editor. a lot of tools you can use. And then this is the thing that I think a lot of people were pissed about, was that there's hundreds of free cosmetics. So there was also a complaint that it's like, okay, you spent all this time on cosmetics, but didn't have your MVP basically, your minimum viable game. And that's where it's he also said there's tons of escape routes, but that doesn't seem very accurate actually. So yeah, I mean, I think this game could have used some more maps and could have used some of the procedural generation in the map. Yeah. I think would have made a huge difference there, and probably would have enabled us, like made this game more like grip people better. But it doesn't have any of that, and it's just like, it kind of feels like they focused in on the wrong things to get this game out the door, and it just didn't hit. Mm-hmm. But in today's day and age, the hard part about it, it's like these games, these friend slop games, if you will, it's like if you don't hit them at the beginning, like you kind of lost it. It's like he could try and make this game better, but let's look at Starship Troopers Extermination. That game was a lot of fun when we first played it, but it was really buggy and slow and laggy. Yeah. And then Helldivers came out, and it's like haven't gone back, Yeah. And it's real hard if you don't hit the landing at the beginning to actually get people to come back to your game.
Well, I think people would have came back. Helldivers didn't come out.
Well, yeah.
It'd be like the only experience, It's currently at mixed.
Yes.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship, yeah.
Yeah, one review. Don't waste your money. Early support here. Worked great on PC up till a year ago. Then they did an update. Now even opening the menu screen maxes out my computer.
Oh, seriously?
I'll check back periodically in case they fixed it, but no.
Damn.
That was, what was this? October 14th.
Somebody made a comment here. He said, on Cuff Bus, really neat early access demo. A few minutes of fun for you and your friends. Can't recommend until another update or maybe even the full release, as there's not enough to play yet. Wait, this is the full release.
Shit.
That's what I see a lot of people complain on Reddit, that they should have done a early access and figure it out a little bit before they did a full release. So
yeah. So yeah, but I mean, Choo-Choo Charles was fun. It was good, but unfortunately, this is kind of like an example of, that in a year where there's been so many incredibly good indie games, this is an example of there cannot be. There can be times where they don't hit the landing and they just bring out a so-so game that may not actually find an audience and actually stay around. But I don't know. I hope they can find it, because like, there was some magic in Choo-Choo Charles, and I think there could be some magic here. They got a lot of work to do to fix it and get it right, to get people back into the world. But I've seen worse games out there, I guess. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Look at the finals.
Oh hell no!